Hello there, lovelies. I know it's been a minute since I've done a video with, like, a video like this that's not, like, scripted or anything. It's been a while. So, this is going to be the start of a new little mini-series. Basically, as of last week, my school has been shut down due to the coronavirus. So it's being shut down for 2 weeks. So I've decided that during that 2 weeks, I'm going to review all of the Halo Infinite Mega Construct stuff that I've got. I don't have everything. I don't have the Warthog, the Pelican, the Defense Point Showdown, or the Skiff, or any of the little $15 packs except Recon Getaway. I have that. So I'll just be reviewing, for the most part, it'll be this series, the Blindbag series, the Heroes series, the Banshee Breakout, Recon Getaway, and the Builder's Box. Or at least my configuration for the Builder's Box. But yeah, so today we are reviewing the Blindbag series, and you may be saying, well, you don't have the full series. And I don't. I don't have the Pelican. But I have found who I believe to be the last 3 figures that I'm looking for. So we're going to start with this one because I have already figured out who this one is exactly. I know that it's the blue Spartan Mark 7, so gonna... Yep, there's the blue Mark 7 boy with a brute shot, which is a weapon that I don't have yet, because if you didn't know, I've only started collecting Halo Mega Constructs, like, in July. Literally, it was, like, July 24th was when I got the Spartan Operator, and that's what got me into it. So anyways, I'm gonna get this next one, which, this is either gonna be the Marine or the purple Elite Boy. And it's the Marine. See, I'll get these built off camera. That's a new face. That's a different face skull. I'll get these all put together off camera, and then I'll take a look at each of them individually. This should be the Purple Elite. And yep, Purple Elite with very foggy energy sword. So yeah, I'm gonna get these all built off camera, and then we'll take a look at them each. Alright, so going in checklist order, we're gonna start with the blue Spartan Mark 7 carrying a birdshot. All I can say, this is probably one of my favorite figures from this series. We'll get to my favorite next, actually, will be my favorite, I think. But yeah, so I'm going to start with the negatives on all of these. One, I would have preferred if these black parts were more of like the silver that we see on the packaging and on the checklist. But, you know, you could easily fix that with some silver paint. Also, the brute shot looks a little bit cheap. May just be my view, or it kind of shows up a little bit worse on camera. It's better in person, but it looks a little see-through. But overall, it's cool. It's still cool. Another little complaint, his head is so tight. I feel like I'm gonna break it clean off every time I move his head. Seriously, it's I don't like that. That's one big problem with Mega Constructs. The heads on their figures are always so tight, but this one is, like, criminally tight. But other than that, I quite like this Mark 7 Spartan, and it's definitely one that I would recommend you get. Yeah, I don't really have any other complaints. I really like the Mark 7 armor design. Looks really cool, especially Mega Construct form. That visor looks awesome. Just the way that they did it. No complaints about the assembly, other than, you know, my usual complaint about the putting on the torso to the waist. Insanely difficult and way too tight, in my opinion. But that's a general issue. But otherwise, no real issues about this guy. This shoulder armor is a little bit loose, but I can fix that. So yeah, that's it for the blue Spartan Mark 7. Now on to what I consider my favorite figure from this series, the Purple Elite. Now, honestly, just looking at it on the packaging, it looks cool, but looking at it in person with that freaking metallic armor. Oh, it looks so cool. The energy sword, I don't know if they're gonna... This is a question more about the game, but I don't know if they're gonna have the classic style energy sword like it is with the builder box. It comes with one of those, or if they're gonna have the new style like this. I don't really know, but the energy sword's pretty cool. It's kind of foggy, and I like that a little bit, rather than the ones that came with, like, Reaper Morami, where it's, like, really see-through and not very, you know, vibrant blue. I like this. It looks like how it's supposed to, like it's gas. But yeah, just the armor on this guy. Oh, it's so pretty. One little complaint, I can't get his waist to sit right. If you look closely, you can see a gap. That may just be me not lining it up correctly, but I just can't get that to sit right. That's my only real complaint about this figure. If you can find it, definitely get it. And next up is the Active Camo Master Chief, or at least what I believe to be Master Chief. It looks like him, but I don't have the Infinite Master Chief. Fun fact, I don't even have a Master Chief yet. I don't know why. It's taken me so long. I just don't. This is my only Master Chief currently. But I think it's the exact same design as the one from, like, the Warthog. And overall, it's a pretty good figure. It does come with a clear stand. I'm using the same stand for all of the individual looks because I was too lazy to grab their individual stands. But normally he would come with a clear stand. Overall, I quite like it. You know, clear battle rifle. But, yeah, it's cool, you know. It's cool. I just kind of wish it wasn't my only Master Chief. Because yeah. And before you say just get the Warthog, I can't find the Warthog. That's why you won't be seeing a review of the Warthog, because I can't find the Warthog. Anyways, yeah, solid figure. Bit of loose shoulder armor. And I kind of would have preferred if they had another figure in the series. But overall, pretty good. So, on to the Blindbag Marine, which, for whatever reason, there's only 4 in each of the big boxes, whereas all the other commons are 5 in each box. I don't know. But yeah, this Marine overall fits well with the other Infinite Marines, which means it doesn't fit great with Spartans because it's taller, because it uses Call of Duty legs, which I don't like that decision. Comes with a nice assault rifle with, of course, the sliding piece, which, by the way, the assault rifle was tied up with the checklist in this little, where did I put it? In like this little tiny plastic bag, and it was, I actually kind of wish they did that with all the weapons, because I like it for some reason. But yeah, taking a look at the head, this helmet is really tight, and yeah, but this is a different head sculpt than any of the other Infinite ones that I've got, so one's from Recon Getaway, basically. And it's also different from the Clash on the Ring Marines, which I thought it was just the same one from that. But no, it's different. Kind of got a bit of a... I don't really know how to describe it, but it's different. Yeah, that helmet's really tight on this one. No armor on the thighs or shoulders, so I can live without it. Overall, good Marine, you know? If you're looking for Marines, this will do. Next up, we have this Grunt. Now, this is a peculiar case because I've heard this been called a suicide grunt, which makes sense because it's holding the 2 plasma grenades and it's gonna go woo. But I've also heard it called a grunt imperial, so we're just gonna say it's a grunt. But overall, I like this. You know, it's the new, or I think it's the newer 343 design if I'm not mistaken. But overall, I do kind of like the design. The helmet's cool. And I do like that it comes with plasma grenades, because it's, you know, an easy way to get plasma grenades. And yeah, and once again, it's, you know, just, it's nice to be able to get grunts out of the blind bags, and the fact that they're easy to find, because they're fully assembled, or you can just get the codes like I do. But yeah, overall, solid figure, and I like the fact that you can take the methane tank off without having to take off the arms, because the arms are really hard to get back on. So yeah, pretty solid little sewer slide. Now on to the yellow Spartan Gungnir, and honestly, she's probably my second or third favorite of this series. And yes, it is actually a female Spartan, which I was kind of pleasantly surprised by. The only complaints are the fact that the shoulder armor was loose, so I pointed them upside down. Still looks fine, honestly. But other than that, there's not really any complaints. Helmet looks good, you know, typical Gungnir helmet. The carbine is, you know, nice and metallic. It's in the same purple shade as all the weapons that came with, like, the grunt in the Recon Getaway, which overall I like the color. So, yeah, nothing really negative to say about this yellow Gungnir. So, yeah, probably my second favorite. Anyways, on to our last one, since this is the transparent blue Brohammer, as people are calling him. They're calling him Brohammer. Basically, he's Echo 216's pilot, the dude from the trailer, who I found out is actually voiced by the same person who voices Octane in Apex Legends, which, that's pretty cool in my opinion. So yeah, this is just kind of like a transparent blue version of him. If you've got the Pelican Inbound set, you know what you're getting into. Removable helmet with the head where... I don't know if the head is quite right. It looks different to him, but yeah, it's still fine. Little straps, which are actually a bit more rigid than they are on, like, Firebreak, because I have the Black Ops 3, or Black Ops 4, actually, Firebreak, and this little strap piece on him, they're much more flexible and malleable, and he comes with a transparent blue version of the new pistol, the Sidekick, and he would come with a transparent blue base, but like with Active Camo Chief, I was too lazy to grab their individual bases. So yeah, overall, good figure. I've heard people getting mad because they're finding a lot of him, and I'm just like, look at the codes. The code is easy. Anyways, yeah, so that's it. Now I'll do a quick explanation of something, and then we'll get on to my final thoughts. So, why didn't I get the Pelican? There's a simple explanation. It's not because I couldn't find it, or because I didn't have enough money. It was because it doesn't interest me. Same with the Truth and Reconciliation from the Clash on the Ring series. I found it several times, but it just doesn't interest me. I don't know. I wish that there was just another figure rather than the little mini build, because, yes, it's nice to be able to get just a little Pelican, but it doesn't work with any of the figures. It's way too undersized, and it's even undersized for, like, the Truth and Reconciliation from the Clash on the Ring series. So it doesn't interest me, so I didn't bother getting it. But overall, just looking at it, you know, it looks like a Pelican. And yeah, it looks like a Pelican. So that's my opinion on that one. Now on to my final thoughts. So on to my favorite, then my least favorite, then my overall thoughts. So my favorite, as I said, the Purple Elite. It's so cool. I love the armor. I would have maybe preferred if he came with, like, a plasma rifle, just because, I don't know why, I prefer them to have ranged weapons. I don't know, it's just, I would have preferred if he had a plasma rifle, but overall, still a really good, awesome figure, and I have a plasma rifle that I can give him if I really want to. But for an energy sword, this is a really good energy sword, so yeah, if you can find this guy, get him. And on to my least favorite. It's not because it's a bad figure, it's just because there's some missed potential here. It's the transparent blue Brohammer. I would have just preferred if they had just the regular version of him, like the one that came in the Pelican, and before you say, oh, that would make the one in the Pelican less elusive. Okay. And the Pelican comes with just the same Master Chief as, like, the Warthog rally. Doesn't make a difference. It just kind of baffles me. And besides, I don't even know if he ever shows up like this in the game. He might, but he might not. And I mean, it's still a good figure, and I still do quite like it, but I wish it was just the normal version of Brohammer instead of the transparent blue version. So yeah, that's my favorite, that's my least favorite, and they're falling over. So now, overall, out of 10, what would I rate this series? Now, I'm not the most experienced Mega Construx collector. Like I said, I've only been collecting since literally July. So I've only ever been able to collect two series, which is this one, the Infinite Series 1, and the Clash on the Ring series. And I've collected all of those from both series, aside from the mini builds. So overall, I'd say this one is a solid 7 or 8 out of 10, because there's a couple of figures that are a little bit, you know, underwhelming. Like, an honorable mention for my least favorite would probably be the Marine, just because it's really bland, but, I mean, people like army building, and, I mean, yeah, army building's good. But, overall, it's a good series, and if you can find it, definitely, my main picks would be these 3 right here. My main picks would be these 3. If you can find these 3, and if you will not fall over, then get these 3. Stop falling over, and now they're all falling over. Okay, I'm just gonna, yeah, try to get if my recommendations are the yellow Gungnir, blue Mark 7, and the purple Elite. So yeah, that's it for the Blindbag series, and stay tuned for some more Halo Infinite Mecha Construx reviews over the next week. And as always, thanks for watching, and